Today I will be going over some of the key points found in an architect's responsibility to society. The concept of architecture has existed for a long time, with Göbekli Tepe being one of the earliest sites ever discovered, believed to be around 9,000 and 11,000 years old. Modern architecture is often practiced as a client-architect collaboration focused on designing and developing buildings. The concept of public interest design has transformed architecture from a transactional service into a tool for addressing social, environmental, and community needs. Public interest design prioritizes collaboration, inclusivity, sustainability, and equity while addressing systematic challenges and fostering empowerment with noble contributions from architects like Yasmin Lari, Francis Carey, and Saif ul Haq. Historically, architects mirrored social hierarchies, with grand structures being commissioned by elites and built by laborers. While public and common buildings historically served primarily functional needs, the architectural system favored the wealthy, leaving their artistic and symbolic legacy prominent in history. The core of PID is the distillation of knowledge, techniques, and education to empower individuals to change their lives and the world. Here are some of the ways in which public interest design has been implemented in the past: community-driven design, affordable housing initiatives, educational and healthcare facilities in underserved areas, sustainable and environmentally conscious design, urban revitalization projects, pro bono services and nonprofit works, and education and skill building workshops. Public interest design faces significant challenges, including some funding limitations like the one Yasmin Lari discovered. Yasmin Lari developed a holistic model with the goal of aiding 500,000 households affected by the 2022 floods in Pakistan, with each household receiving approximately €140 for basic needs like shelter and food security. The initial model relied heavily on charitable donations from NGOs and humanitarian aid, but after only 1 year, only 3,000 households had been helped due to insufficient funds, far from the 500,000 household goal. To overcome funding constraints, Larry created a zero-donor model focusing on utilizing human power rather than external financial aid. To address these issues, she developed the zero-donor model, focusing on zero carbon, zero waste, zero donor equals zero poverty. The model introduced the concept of Bs, barefoot eco-entrepreneurs, local artisans who were trained to teach essential life and artisanal skills to others. Bees traveled from village to village teaching skills for a small fee, making the training affordable and accessible for families. After a few months of training, families could apply the learned skills to become self-sufficient and improve their livelihoods. Using this model, Larry reached 400,000 households in under 1 year, teaching communities to build resilient shelters capable of withstanding floods and earthquakes. Francis Carey is a renowned architect whose work embodies the principles of public interest design, addressing social, environmental, and cultural challenges. Growing up in an underprivileged African village, Carey was inspired by his poor schooling experience to design solutions for better educational environments. His first major project, the Gondo Primary School in Burkina Faso, used local materials like clay, passive cooling techniques, creating an environmentally responsive and cost-effective structure. Care involved the local community in the construction process, equipping them with valuable skills and fostering a sense of pride and ownership. This participatory approach highlights how architecture can empower communities, promote self-reliance, and strengthen social cohesion. Another significant project, Opera Village, integrates cultural, educational, and healthcare facilities with housing, fostering collaboration between African and international artists. Opera Village also includes a school, a medical center, addressing cultural inequities while providing essential education and healthcare services using sustainable, locally sourced materials. Care's projects like the Gondos Primary School and Opera Village exemplify his philosophy and community-driven design. After learning about public interest design and some of the principles, I began to analyze some of my own designs. The first of which being Gridscape, the mixed-use building project, was designed as a gateway into Gilbert, a city which has rich history, commercial activity, and nightlife located at the intersection of West Elliott Road and South Gilbert Road. The project incorporated Gilbert's Historical Museum and nearby elementary school into its ethos, reflecting the area's agricultural heritage and community spirit. Inspired by Gilbert's history, the project introduced an urban agriculture program theorized to be run by ASU, aligning with the city's agricultural roots while bringing innovation and prestige to the area. Communal gardens were included in the design to provide local residents and elementary school students hands-on opportunities to learn about agriculture and food security through a learn-by-doing approach. Key features promoting sustainability included passive shading screens, vertical green walls, rooftop gardens, planters, and the use of native vegetation. Analyzing this project through a public interest design lens highlighted some of its strengths, such as fostering community bonds, empowering students, and stimulating the local economy through ASU's partnership. Improvements identified include incorporating additional sustainable building strategies like cooling systems, renewable energy like solar, rainwater collection systems, reducing the carbon footprint with permeable surfaces, and natural materials. Material use could be optimized by replacing some concrete elements with natural stones and bricks, improving water penetration and reducing the urban heat island effect, while considering renewable energy and eco-friendly materials for future projects. After analyzing this project, I realized that there's much room for improvement, especially when it comes to materials and community engagement. The second project I analyzed was this semester's studio project. This project involved designing a BMX stadium on top of the soon-to-close Sauk Trail Hills landfill in Canton, Michigan, aiming to transform the landfill from a wasteland into a site promoting the natural world and social change. Inspired by Yasmin Larry's net zero carbon ideology, the designs incorporated natural and locally sourced materials such as wood, sandstone, and recycled materials to create a communal space empowering the community. The design included interior spaces featuring educational displays about the history of Canton and landfills alongside community gathering areas to foster engagement and learning. Energy to power the stadium was sustainably generated by processing methane and other gases generated from the landfill on-site, reducing environmental impact. Ecological restoration and community involvement were promoted through tree planting initiatives and utilizing local manpower to foster a sense of ownership and pride in the community. Nearby exists a low-income suburb lacking recreational areas. The project prioritized providing kids and young adults in these areas with spaces to be active, supported by permeable paving and parking lots for better drainage and sustainability. Transforming the Sauk Trail Hills landfill into a park creates an opportunity to reshape the social fabric of the nearby community by providing recreation, education, and ecological restoration. Sustainable practices like generating energy from landfill gases, using permeable paving for drainage, and incorporating locally sourced and recycled materials aligns with Yasmin Larry's net zero carbon philosophy, reducing the project's carbon footprint. Social equity is promoted through new recreational areas, gathering spaces in the stadium area, and educational displays that highlight Canton's history and the environmental impacts of landfills. Some improvements to this design include the following. The park features walking trails, hiking trails, playgrounds, a skate park, offering diverse recreational options through additional activities could enhance inclusivity and attract a wider audience. The project could also be improved by fostering greater community involvement during the design process to ensure all needs and priorities are met. Public transit considerations such as bus stops, bike lanes were omitted in the current design but could be integrated to enhance accessibility and usability for all community members. The paper concludes with highlighting architecture and how it has evolved from being a privilege for the wealthy to a tool for driving equity, empowerment, and social change. Architects have the unique ability to advocate for social progress by addressing challenges through their expertise, whether through physical design or innovative social systems. Francis Keir demonstrates how environmentally conscious design and fostering community ownership can materially improve lives. Yasmin Larry emphasizes self-sufficiency and empowerment, inspiring individuals through initiatives like her Army of Bees to take control of their futures and their lives. Public Interest Design, PID, offers a framework for integrating ideals such as sustainability, equity, and community involvement into architectural projects. Reflecting on the work of Care and Larry, I am inspired to deepen my understanding of PID and improve my approach in designing for the public and aiming to create more impactful and meaningful work in the future. Thank you.